My golden child sister stole my dad's credit card and spent $20,000 at the mall, so I'm refusing to pay her private school tuition. I should probably explain how I ended up in this mess. When I was 22, fresh out of college with a computer science degree, I landed a job at a tech startup that got acquired 6 months later. My stock options turned into real money, $180,000 after taxes. Life-changing money for someone who grew up sharing a bedroom with my sister. Dad sat me down the week the money hit my account. He had this look on his face, the one he always wore when discussing my sister. "You know Brielle's tuition is $45,000 a year," he said. "With your windfall, maybe you could help the family out." I should have said no right then, but Dad had this way of making everything about family responsibility. Plus, Brielle was only 14, and I remembered how hard high school had been at our underfunded public school. "I'll cover 2 years," I agreed. "But after that, you and Mom need to figure it out." Dad pulled me into a hug. "You're a good sister." Brielle didn't even thank me. She just nodded when Dad told her, then went back to scrolling through her phone. For 2 years, I watched my bank account shrink by $90,000 while Brielle posted photos from her private school's ski trips and yacht parties. Every time I visited home, she'd complain about how hard her life was. Too much homework, not enough designer options in the school store, her friends had better cars. Then last month, Dad called me at 11 p.m., his voice shaking. "We have a problem." Brielle had taken his credit card, the one he kept in his desk drawer for emergencies, and gone on a shopping spree that would make a celebrity blush. Luxury handbags, jewelry, shoes, clothes. She'd even bought $3,000 worth of makeup at one store. "How did she spend that much?" I asked. "She brought friends," Dad said quietly. "Told them everything was on her." The statement shows charges at 12 different stores. My blood went cold. "Where is she now?" "In her room. She says she deserves nice things because her friends have them." I drove to my parents' house. Brielle was on her bed, surrounded by shopping bags, taking selfies with her new purchases. "You need to return everything," I said from her doorway. She looked up, annoyed. Dad said he'd handle it. "With what money? You know they're drowning in debt." She shrugged. "That's not my problem. Besides, you have money. You can pay off the card." Something inside me snapped. "I'm not paying off your shopping spree, and I'm done paying your tuition." Her eyes widened. "You can't do that. I'm only a junior. If I leave Westbridge Academy now, I'll have to go to public school for senior year." "Then you'll go to public school," Brielle screamed. Mom came running. Dad followed. They crowded into her room while Brielle sobbed about how I was ruining her life. "Just pay the credit card," Mom pleaded. "We'll figure out the tuition somehow." "No," I said calmly. "She stole from Dad and spent money we don't have. There have to be consequences." Dad looked torn. "Maybe we can work something out." "There's no we," I interrupted. "I was helping out of generosity, not obligation. That generosity is done." I left them there, Brielle crying, Mom comforting her, Dad staring at the floor. The next morning, I woke up to 47 missed calls. When I finally answered, Dad was frantic. "Brielle's principal just called," he said. "She needs to speak with us immediately." The school received an anonymous tip about Brielle's shopping spree. Someone sent them photos of her bragging on social media about using a stolen credit card. My stomach dropped. What does that mean? It means Westbridge Academy has a zero-tolerance policy for theft. They're holding an emergency disciplinary hearing tomorrow. If they expel her— He didn't finish, but I understood. Even public schools might reject a student expelled for theft. "Who would do this?" Mom wailed in the background, but I had a sinking feeling I knew exactly who sent those photos and why. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.